it was like my baby, you know, like I put so much into it, and I was just like, fucking now what? I was like, now I have to start over? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, here's something I threw together and you can buy it, you know, like that feels different than when you actually like sit down and write with somebody.
Hello, my fellow Martians. My name is Harry Mars, and this is the On Mars Pod, where we take a deep dive into creative professionals, entrepreneurs, and other inspiring Martians alike.
And if I didn't leave, I wouldn't have realized how much I actually love Vegas and how much like it means to me, you know. I would rather be broke and like not sell my art to people who are gonna shop it up and do this.
They're basically like sampling you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Jinx. Twice. Hello, my fellow Martians. Today on Mars, we are joined by a recording artist and a frontwoman of her own band. We got Drowsy here in the building with us.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for being here today.
Mm-hmm.
So, Drowsy and I met 7 years ago.
8 years ago.
8 years ago at Mesa Music Festival.
Mm-hmm.
8 years is actually crazy.
Yeah.
But so this has been a long time coming.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of mutual friends. She grew up in Vegas, and she started doing Mesa Music Festival, I think, in 2014 or something like that.
Yeah, it was like 2015.
2014, yeah, something like that. Early on, when they were just babies, starting in a band called Almost Awake.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of stuff we want to talk about. I want to talk about today.
Okay.
Because it's on Mars, we take a deep dive into creative professionals, entrepreneurs, and other inspiring Martians alike. That's our whole thing here.
Right.
So you check a couple of those boxes, Jazz.
Okay.
Okay. You are a creative professional, and you have to be your own entrepreneur, really,
Yeah.
as a businesswoman in music.
Mm-hmm.
So I do want to start the early days. Like we said, you grew up in Vegas.
Yeah.
So what were those like influences in the house? Music, from your mom, dad, sister, brother.
Oh wow. Yeah, I have like three older siblings, so I just was like, I feel like I'm just like an amalgamation of like everybody's taste in the house because it just kind of all like trickled down to me.
Mm-hmm.
But my dad was like very old school, like rock and roll kind of stuff, like Johnny Cash and like Led Zeppelin. And then my mom was like pop girly. And then my oldest brother was like into like techno and like new metal, like hard rock, like System of a Down and shit like that. And then my older brother was like into R&B and stuff, like Usher, like all the club hits or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then my sister was also a pop girly, but we kind of discovered like alternative music together around the same time. And yeah, they were also singers too. So they like are the ones who really like inspired me to like start singing or even figure out that I could sing at all. And
Everyone in your family?
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually crazy.
Who would you say is like your biggest influence when it comes to singing out of like everybody?
In my family?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely my older brother. I feel like he's like the best singer. I'm like, I don't know why I'm the one doing shit. Like you need to be doing it, but I feel like I can represent them in a way when I'm like putting myself out there and stuff because they are like my first inspirations, you know.
Yeah, but it's cool that you're exposed to so many different like sides of music, like genres, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Because I think that kind of obviously like shaped your music taste and
for sure.
kind of like how you write music too, and like what you drew. So I guess out of all the genres, what was like the first one you were like attached yourself to for real?
Well, my oldest brother, like he had like all this music on his computer and stuff like that, and I would go on it and like listen to music. And when I found Paramore's Crush 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 video, I was like,
yeah,
what the fuck? Like, excuse me? And I just like instantly became obsessed. And then he actually bought me their first record on CD for Christmas that year because he knew I loved it so much. And that's actually the the couch tattoo. Yeah. Nice. People are like, is that The Simpsons? I'm like, grow up. Learn something. Okay. This is emo origins right here. But
what's the hit single off of that one? People probably know.
Pressure.
Yeah.
And Emergency.
Oh,
were
yeah.
the big ones off that.
I'm feeling pressure.
Yeah, that's the one.
Damn. That was their first album?
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. She was like 16 too, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I'm sure that was super inspirational for you too. Like, obviously.
I was like 8 years old at the time. So I was like, I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah. Go to onmarspod.com/lantern and use promo code ONMARS for 20% off your next order. Because friends don't let friends drink bad coffee. So then I want to talk about like, aside from just straight up family influence, you also had like church roots in a sense where you were like making music in church.
Yeah.
I feel like that's an important part of music.
Definitely.
Like,
I feel like you were going to bring that up.
Well, I think it's important.
No, for sure, because it's definitely a real thing. And there are like a lot of talented musicians started off that way because it really is like a great environment for learning. And it's like, it's non-competitive. It's like everyone's there with positive intentions. Like, it's just like a great way to learn like how to flow with things. And even if you don't know like music theory all the way, like you can still like follow along and stuff like that.
Yeah. So that's when you picked up a guitar and piano. And
well, I actually started on bass, and then I was playing bass for the church band, and then I was just singing for them, and then I started playing keys before I left. So
yeah. So when did you pick up guitar? Like, well, I guess because you were playing bass already, but like, when did you actually pick up like a 6-string?
Yeah. I got a acoustic guitar as like a gift. And so I was like, I guess I'll learn it. I didn't want to learn guitar because it's like, it's too much. But like, I wanted to write songs. And so I like taught myself how to play it and like play chords and stuff. And then just started writing with it. And then that was kind of just, I haven't progressed much because I just stick with that, just chords and just writing or whatever. I'm not like trying to like shred or anything.
Yeah. So it wasn't like an immediate like love for it. It was almost
no. I
like,
prefer playing bass, honestly.
Yeah.
Like that's my favorite instrument to play aside from singing. So I was like, I didn't want to learn it, but it was very important for like playing songs
for sure.
And then from teaching myself guitar, I ended up teaching myself how to play the keys. So
yeah, totally. So then singing, were you in choir?
Yeah, I was in choir like all 3 years, 6th, 7th, 8th grade.
How was that?
It was fucking awesome. My teacher fucking rules. And he was actually like probably the most foundational for like my music theory knowledge because he really dived into it. And he was like, I know it's fucking boring and I know you don't really, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
I've been swearing. Okay.
We'll just put a little chicken noise every time that you swear.
Okay. Yeah, but he's like, I know it's boring and stuff. He's like, but it's so important. And he even like dove deep into like way back music history. So he's actually very foundational for like all my technical knowledge of like how to sing and stuff like that. And then I just kind of carried that through everything else I did.
Wow. Dang. So that was like the foundation of like you.
Yes, and this was at Cashman Middle School in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Shout out Cashman. What was the teachers?
Mr. Flores.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out Mr. Flores.
Hell yeah.
That's sick. So did you find that you were like taking it more serious than other people in the class?
Of course, bitch. Of course I take everything too serious. Like, what are you talking about? Because I was like already like loving to sing and stuff like that. And I like wanted to
Do
like
something
have a
with it.
solo,
Yeah.
or something. But it never worked out that way. But I still love doing it. And even the shitty like choir concerts and stuff like that, like I felt so proud. Like, and it's fun to sing with other people. So
For sure. And in a way that was your first, well, that it was your first performances, like singing like that, like outside of like
of the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know, I mean, so the church, you found your bandmates Almost Awake through the church.
Yeah, I did.
And I feel like that's an important little piece to the thing because you guys were playing together in church before you even like decided to make a band.
Yeah, we were like sitting in the hallway outside like the auditorium. I don't remember what it's called. I haven't been to church in a long time, but outside like the big room, and like we just were like sitting in a circle and just like we should start a band since we already play together, and like it just makes sense. And we wrote a song that day.
No way.
Yeah, that's what we wrote our first song, Paradise, which was about something sad, but yeah.
So 2014?
Yeah, I was 15.
So 11 years ago.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep, that's where it all started.
That's crazy. So you wrote a song that day. Did you guys start performing right away, or like did you just do a bunch of practices, do covers, and or what were you guys like? What were those early days?
We we just played together. It was me, the guitar player, and the drummer, since they were cousins, and so we all were already together, and then we recruited the guitar player Addison and Tommy, because Addison was Gabe's friend in high school, and then we got Tommy off Craigslist, and I'm
so
sorry.
casual.
It's not funny. You have to laugh. It's like
it's so casual.
Yeah.
Yo, especially because Tommy was what 16 at the time.
So we were all in high school. Why are you on
Craigslist? Dog. What the fuck were you doing looking for a band on Craigslist? You trying to get wrecked, taken.
Yeah, no.
That's crazy.
So
well,
funny.
Damn. So that was like
But yeah, we formed the band, and then we started with covers and stuff, and we'd like played them our original songs or whatever, and then just kind of went from there, just figuring out our sound and stuff.
So did you find that you were like, did you feel like part of the scene right away, or did you like have to kind of find a?
Well, we played our first show like a year after we fully formed. I think we formed in 2014, and then 2014. Then we played our first show in 2015, December 2015.
Oh. Was that at Eagle Area Hall?
That was at Eagle Area Hall, yes. It's still going strong, bro. They have a fucking stage now.
Hey, not on the floor anymore?
This big, yeah.
Hey. Nice.
Yeah.
So those like Eagle Area Hall is like, that was kind of your stomping grounds.
Absolutely. That's a local institution for real.
So the songs that you were writing right away, were those the songs that ended up being on the Explorer?
Yeah, that was
album?
our first EP that we did with their other family member. It was like had his own little home studio or whatever, and he's like, I'll make your guys' EP. So then we just did that. And then I don't even remember how everything else kind of happened after that, because like next thing I know, we were like recording a full-length album in LA. Like,
and that was Until Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Wow. Damn. So after the Explorer dropped, then you guys started like getting picked up on like local radio and stuff like that, and kind of started making a little buzz.
Yeah, we just kind of we had guidance from the guitar player's dad, and he had like been in the music industry before or whatever, and so he kind of like knew the ropes and stuff like that. And he was a lot older, and things were a lot different, but he had a lot of insight into just how to be professional as a musician, you know what I mean? And so I was very hopeful to have that. But
so then how fast after you guys were doing,
so we were just like sending our stuff off like to little blogs or whatever, and like still playing live all the time in Vegas and stuff, and just kind of getting our name out there.
Yeah, how did you get connected with people in LA to record Until Tomorrow? I
think that was a connect from our guitar player. He had a friend, and that was like their producer or something. But yeah, he's really great actually, and he's been like doing like so much crazy shit, like touring nationally and stuff like that ever
Mm.
since then. But
Yeah.
it was really cool to get connected with him in the early days because he had just got this fire ass studio in LA, and we didn't live there, so we just went out there like every weekend or every other weekend for like a whole year,
Wow.
just to record things, you know, one step at a time with a full live band. So it took a long time, and there's like 15 fucking songs, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And you were like 16, 17 years
I
old?
was like 16,
That's
17.
crazy.
Yeah.
This is like a sophomore or junior in high school. And you just like
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah, I
making
missed,
an
I
album
missed
in
a
LA,
lot of
dude?
school. Yeah.
Yo.
Did not show up to truancy court or whatever.
So did you kind of have like a rep in high school for being like the artist, or what was that like?
Yeah, I did, because I was very open about it, and I feel like everyone already knew, and then so I just kind of had to like own it, because it's like,
Were people like accepting, or were they kind of haters?
yeah, here and there, you know. I feel like the teachers were the most supportive, because they're like, girl, you're not gonna make an academia. Like, we believe in you as an artist. Like,
We see your grades.
I got good grades and stuff, but like, it was because I was charismatic, and they were like,
Right.
okay, we got the personality, you know, you
Right.
have the talent. If that's your passion, then go do that, because you're not going to college, sweetie. Like, type
Yeah,
shit. But they were the
wow,
most
that's so
supportive. I
funny.
feel like there were some sly remarks here and there, you know, just like, oh, hope that works out for you, kind of thing. Or
Yeah.
just like, you know, people being low key judgmental, or like
Mhm.
kind of jealous that I got to leave school and go do all this fun stuff with my friends, you know, and they're just stuck doing homework and shit. And,
Yeah.
like, yes, but they, a lot of people at my high school were scared of me. Actually, I learned after, because like I didn't really talk to anyone. I just like had my little group of
Clique,
friends
yeah.
or whatever, and like everyone knew I was like doing music and stuff like that, and like had this one friend who would like call me rock star and stuff, and like that was really cute. But like for the most part, people were like avoiding me, like didn't want to engage with me or whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you didn't notice it at the time though? It's like something that you thought about later.
No.
That's so crazy. I mean,
Never.
you were just like focused on being an artist.
I was like, get me out of this goddamn school.
Yeah,
I was
for
like,
real. Yo, well, it's cool that you already had like the passion for what you loved in high school, because
yeah, I'm very thankful for that.
yeah, that's something that a lot of people don't even figure out what they want to do until they're 35 sometimes, you know what I mean? So the fact that you started at 15, it's like you already had a leg up on a lot of other people.
Yeah.
It's yeah. So then playing venues in Vegas, you guys played House of Blues. I feel like that was kind of like a big thing. Was there like any like other big venues where you're like, what the fuck at the time?
Yeah, that was really fun. That was like in the super early days. It was like this program that they did, and they still do it, and it's pretty cool. But that was the biggest room we had played at the time. It was like 500 people.
Yeah.
And then the bigger one after that was when we sold out our headlining show at the Vinyl, which doesn't exist anymore, I guess. But
RIP.
yeah, rest in peace. But that was like a 750 cap room, and
Damn.
it was all local bands. It was like no touring acts. It was like completely local based, and that was like my favorite achievement, I think, because I think it really showed the work ethic that we had and how the desire we had to like integrate the community, because it was so cliquey at the time when we joined. You know, it was like there's the metal people and there's the punk people, and it was just like, this is so dated. Like can we just all play a show? Like, let's stop being stupid.
Damn.
And that was a big accomplishment. But then after that, it was probably the Warped Tour.
Oh yeah.
Vegas date that we did, and
That's
I think that was just like some kind of like sweepstakes or something. You just like entered and they just picked you or whatever. But like,
yeah, that was the final road
cool.
tour, right?
That was the last
yeah.
one that they did. Yeah,
Before they brought it back.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I was like, I know this is a lie, but that's still pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, Martians, real quick. I appreciate you taking the time to listen or watch wherever you are in the world. Over the last few months, the Martian family has grown so much. I could not be more thankful for all of my guests and every single one of you who continue to tune in every single week. Subscribers, ratings, likes, and comments all help us grow here on Mars. And it would mean the world. If you haven't already, please go to onmarspod.com/subscribe to subscribe on YouTube. Like and leave a comment, rate us on Spotify. All this good stuff helps keep the engine running to inspire Martians all over the world. P.S. Follow us on Instagram @onmarspod. Okay, let's get back to it. So then we talked about you played Mesa Music Festival in like 2015. Was that your first outside of Las Vegas that you guys played? Like first big show outside of Vegas? Or first show at all outside of Vegas? Was it Arizona?
I think it might have been. I don't know.
It was early
I
days,
can't really
though,
remember, but I think I think it was like if not one of the first for sure. But because that was when Mesa Music Festival. It was like the first year. Yeah. So they had just started. It was like super tiny still.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was probably like one of the first shows we played like out of town.
Did you meet Amy that day? Or that show? Or was it the next year? Do you remember? Amy Rogers. Early episode.
I don't fucking remember. It might have been the next year, but we could have known her before.
Yeah.
Maybe someone in the band knew her. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if she was involved that first year because I didn't even meet her until like right before I met you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because she was managing the band.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like, yeah, but I didn't even meet her until like after Mesa Music Fest was already a thing. But that was you kind of like you guys. I feel like you guys fell in love with Mesa a little bit. You guys played it like 4 times. After
we went back every year.
Yeah,
and I went back after the band broke up. I actually went back by myself with my own lineup.
And you signed up to come,
and I signed up again because I honestly miss it. It's like really a great time.
Yeah, so shout out Amy, shout out Indian Mesa Music Festival. We'll be there this year. Definitely will be attending. So this is something that happened with Almost Awake, and I don't know the timing of it, but when did you get what?
You got a lot of notes there. Sorry, go ahead.
I was doing research.
Of course.
So at one point, Almost Awake got signed by Tommy Boy Records.
Yeah.
How and when did that happen?
Wow, that was actually I want to say 2017, 2018-ish. We were in talks with them.
This is right after Until Tomorrow dropped?
Yeah. And we actually, yeah, it was. And we were working on the new stuff. And we were in talks with them already. And then we went to South by Southwest that year and actually met up with the A&R rep for them and like talked and stuff like that. And then we worked out. It was just like a non-exclusive single deal. And that's when we put out Cloudwalker. Cloudwalker was on the Tommy Boy.
Nice. Okay. So,
and they just like, they didn't even like, it was like so non-binding. Like it was literally, they were just like, we're going to just platform this for you type of thing. Like we're not going to expect any kind of crazy shit or whatever.
That's pretty sick though. So it was almost just
the best case scenario for sure.
Absolutely. It's like you weren't tied into any like years or albums or anything like
especially
that.
because I was like 18 years old.
Yeah.
I was like, don't be trying to sign me for no 4-album contract, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about like Haley Williams on like fucking 20 year. Whatever it was.
Not me.
No, you got me fucked though.
Seriously.
No. But that's cool though because Tommy Boy wasn't really like a rock label.
No, they were trying to like branch out and like try new stuff. And then
it worked out. I mean, cool. I think Cloudwalker did really well.
Cloudwalker did really, really well.
Yeah.
I was super proud of it. It's a good song.
You guys did a video for that too, right?
We did. We did at like a random fucking location in Henderson, Nevada. But it popped off. It got like hella views and stuff like that. And I actually just saw a comment on the video from like a long time ago or whatever that like someone was incarcerated and they had like a little radio station that they could listen to, and like sometimes that song would come on the radio station.
Oh, no way!
Like, this helped me get through a really hard time in my life, and I'm just like,
wow,
that's so crazy. It's like,
yeah, you don't know who you can impact.
Exactly. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, especially like, I mean, sometimes that happens years later after the song is out, you know, and like, you forget about it.
Exactly,
and it reminds you. I love that. So, we talked about this already, but playing that Warped Tour show in 2018, what was that like? I mean, that's just like a legendary fucking showcase, you know what I mean? So did that feel cool to like play that stage, or was it just like,
Totally. I mean, it was like, it felt like a lot of pressure because we knew that this was like the biggest thing we had done by far. But I mean, you know, like I said, it was just a local stage, and I knew there wasn't gonna be like a ton of people there kind of thing, because festivals are just kind of, you know, everyone's walking around.
For sure.
But Yeah, that was we had already played, like, Extreme Thing, like, back in 2015, so it was, like, kinda the same vibe,
Mm.
and so I feel like we were prepared for it, but that was a really good show, and, yeah, that was, like, another thing I'm super proud of, like, especially because it was supposed to be the last year or whatever, and it
Hmm.
was just like, "Okay," like,
I was there,
yes.
bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, it's one of those things where we don't want to go too deep into it, but I feel like the band disbanding and
Yeah,
breaking up on like almost like a cliffhanger.
yeah,
What happened? Like,
yeah, um, I won't go super deep into it, but,
yeah, for the people
basically
who like love Almost
for
Awake
those who
and
are wondering,
yes,
yeah, it just kind of, it was really actually very sad because we had just recorded our new EP that no one ever got to hear. Like, it just was like oh, sorry. We recorded it and then ended up breaking up, so it didn't even get mixed or mastered or put out or anything, and we never had the conversation of, like, what we're gonna do with it type of thing, and that made me really sad because I was really excited about that music, but, um, it just got to a point where I was feeling, like, overextended and I was feeling, like, overwhelmed, and I just needed a break, and when I expressed that I needed a break, like, it kind of created a lot of tension, and then I just was like, "Actually, I think I need to step back from this entirely," and, like, I feel like people thought or assumed that I was, like, just being hysterical or I was just being impulsive and I wasn't thinking it through and that I would eventually come back or whatever, but, like, no, I meant what I said, like, because the dynamics and really, like, just the whole thing of it was just, like it was just not really aligning with where I wanted to be, and I felt like the
yeah,
way I was being treated wasn't aligning with my values either, and I wanted to just do my own thing because I knew I was doing most of the work anyway, like, I was already doing so much, and it's like I could do the same thing for myself and not be fucking stressed the fuck out, you know?
right. And were
So
you already writing some solo music at the time?
yeah, I had some songs that I was writing and that I'd set aside if I ever wanted to do, like, a solo project or whatever, and then, like, the solo project became my only project, then I was like, "Oh, I actually have to do something with these songs,"
Hmm.
and so I put together the record that I've been working on ever since then, but yeah, that's kinda all how it happened.
Yeah. Damn. Well, yeah, because it's like it just went ghost all of a sudden. There was no like
Yeah, and I felt
announcement or
bad that,
like.
like, no one said anything, like, I was very vocal about it, like I have been, like, still get people asking me what happened to Almost a Week, and I'm just like, "It's so long ago," but, like, I understand that, like, people were excited about the music too, like,
Right.
and people were excited to hear the new stuff that we were working on, and I was excited to show them,
Yeah.
so it's just, like, sad.
Yeah.
So it was very sad, and I feel bad for, like, everyone that was, like, waiting and expecting something and, like,
Yeah.
here's your closure. It's not happening.
It's not happening, pal. So then from that point, you really dove deep into your own artistry and just kind of just worked on that.
Mhm.
So that I feel like that time is a very pivotal moment. So did you just write all the time just because you had big feelings, or what was going on at that time?
Okay.
Hey,
Alright.
I'm just being real.
Yes, I do have a lot of big feelings, okay? Part of my charm, okay? No, I definitely did have, like, a whole crisis after that because m my it was like my baby, like, I put so much into it, and I was just like, "Fucking now what?" I was like, "Now I have to start over? Like, are you fucking kidding me?" Like, I felt really bad about it, and, um, I had to work through that, and I just stayed busy through it, like, I was working with this other producer back in Vegas, and we were putting out singles and stuff like that, and so that kinda kept me going through it, but the singles actually did really well, and then I was like, "Oh, okay." I was, like, literally freaking out for no reason, like,
Yeah.
obviously, I have the same knowledge, it's not really like I'm starting over because it didn't, like, wipe my memory of everything
Hmm.
that I know, you know what I mean? Like, if anything, I'm just set up better to start again, you know what I mean? It just felt like kind of a clean slate, so I just had to, like, change my mindset about it, but it did hurt at first.
Yeah. Did you have an immediate like support for your solo music, or
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the Almost Awake fans carried over. You know what I mean? Like they were already used to hearing me sing and stuff, so it's like just kind of a natural transition into like here's what I'm doing separately. You know, it's cool if you
yeah,
don't like it, but here's where I'm at now. And
for sure.
for the most part, it was very well received.
For sure. Yeah, and it was a little different too because it wasn't like rock guitars and double bass drums and stuff like that. Whereas like
Yeah, it's
oh,
amazing what a full band will do to a sound.
but it's like it was almost like a stripped down version of like I don't know, songs that you would write for Almost Awake, but like in your own like acoustic drowsy vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's cool because it's like you probably would have still been writing these songs potentially, but then you would have like translated them into like Almost Awake songs or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's cool that you were able to like not go super rock with it because you didn't want to. You wanted it to be how it is and what it was.
Yeah, well, I don't really approach songs like trying to make them sound like anything, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like I feel like they just kind of already exist and I'm like just finding it, I guess. So it's like I don't really focus on like how on the genre of like a song or like the vibe of it really. I kind of just like write what I feel and like
Mm.
what I hear.
Love that.
And the producer that I was working with was very, very pop. And so he was like, every song I showed him, he's like, oh my God, we can make this a pop banger. And so like the first singles that I put out were like very pop, like sad, like dark pop, you know?
Yeah.
And it was very, very well received, but I am a rocker at heart. Like that's me, you know? So like everything I write is always gonna have like some kind of like edge to it, I feel like, because that's like literally my roots, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't do it on purpose. And then I ended up working with a bunch of like EDM producers and stuff. And so there's like a bunch of electronic music on my thing. And it's like, I don't feel weird like showing my whole range or whatever. Cause like my songs to me, like they all kind of sound like me. You know what I mean? Like it's not so divided by the genre to me.
Yeah.
It's more about the composition of
For
it,
sure.
the songwriting.
No, I love that. I feel like as your solo artist too, you have a little bit more of like flexibility in a sense because it's like you get to do whatever you want.
I can do whatever I want. It's great.
Yeah, there's no rules. Yeah. So I mean, you talk about like EDM songs, and I want to kind of transition into like shortly after getting into your solo stuff, you got some crazy features. So you like started working with Echo,
Yeah.
did a few songs with him,
Yep.
and then you got Flux Pavilion. That's
Yeah.
a crazy. That's like an EDM legend. So
Yeah,
like, how did those happen?
Well, Echo is a old friend from Vegas. We played some shows together back in the day, and then he was friends with the producer that I was working with or whatever, and they would kind of connect, and he would call me in to like write a hook for him and stuff.
Nice.
And that was really fun. I enjoyed doing that. But separately, I landed shortly before I moved to Portland. I landed like this management deal that they were like essentially like marketing and selling like top lines or whatever, which is like the lyrics and melody of a song.
Right.
So I was like had some songs I just wrote and I just like record on piano or whatever and then just like make little demos and stuff and send them to them and people would buy them and then just, you know, chop them up, do whatever they want with them.
Yeah.
And I would make money off that. And I just moved to Portland, so I need the money. And I was just like, whatever, you know, I can make money off songwriting. So I did that. And I had asked for, you know, a diverse range of music. Like I said, I was like not trying to be in one vein particularly, but they only had context in like the EDM world. And I was like, after a certain point, I was like, okay, like I'm not an EDM artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to get all into that and stuff. And so that fell through. But the Flex Pavilion one was actually like, that was like the biggest deal that I had gotten at the time. And it's actually, I'm so sorry, I keep cracking my knuckles. It's actually like my least favorite one.
It's one of your biggest.
And it's the most streamed one.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized I was like, actually, I would rather be broke and like not sell my art to people who are gonna chop it up and do this. Because I felt like that. Did you see the Cheetah Girls? You know that moment in Cheetah Girls where they go to the record studio and they're like, what is this song? That's how I felt. Yeah. That's how I felt. And I was just like, damn, I was like, this actually isn't worth it. Like I made $1,000 off that, which is like, that shit was gone in a fucking instant. You know what I mean? But the song is out forever. So I was like, I would rather have stuff out that I'm proud of, even if I don't make money off it.
Yeah.
Instead of, you know, doing that. Even though it was like, you know, lucrative or whatever. If I had different people or access to different genres, I feel like I would have enjoyed doing that more, but it was just like stuck in one vein kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure. That's crazy though. So the Flux Pavilion thing, you didn't get any back end on that. It's
I
just
didn't hear it until like he put it out. Like I
oh
didn't
shit.
hear any version of it until he was like about to release it. And I was like
Yo.
I was
So
like, wow.
so you credit as a songwriter, but do you get like royalties and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you got paid up front plus like back end royalties.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool because you're still making money off it then.
For sure.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad deal at all.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's just like on the same token, it's like that's not what you want to like keep doing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like that's not where your heart's at.
That. Yeah.
Yeah. So the features are important.
I like writing
not,
with other people. You
Yeah.
know, like actual collabs, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Not just like here's something I threw together and you can buy it. You know, like that feels different than when you actually like sit down and write with somebody.
For sure. They're basically like sampling you.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. Jinx. Twice.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
So
That's enough.
So at this point, we're at like COVID times. This is about COVID, I think. Right?
Right. The pandemic or the virus?
no. Like,
COVID is not a period of time.
No, well, like COVID times, like 2020.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Was this happening during COVID or was this right before? Because this was 2019 probably.
Yeah, it was like
features.
It was like 2019, 2020 through 2021. That's when I stopped the management deal.
Okay, so
like I was working, but I was mostly quarantined and like working in my house. Like,
right.
You know, I had one job at the time, and then I was doing that on the side to like help make ends meet, type of thing.
So this was in Vegas, though.
No, this was after I moved to Portland because I moved to Portland in 2020.
Okay, so you right? Okay, because there was some shit that happened in Vegas where they like cut a little check or whatever, and then you're like, skirt.
Yep, big
I'm
money.
Out. So what was I guess like what was that feeling like, especially when like Vegas was like a fucking, you know, it was going down a little bit. Shit was hitting the fan heavy.
Yeah, everything just made no sense. And then like I got like a fat check from the state of Nevada, and I was like, "This is more money I've ever seen in my life." And then I was like, "I need to do something important with this." Like I was gonna buy a new guitar, and then I was like, I think I need to do something even crazier than that. So I decided to move, and yeah, I had just gotten a little beater from my friend, so I was like, I can just drive that bitch all the way up the coast and start a new life, and y'all will never see me again. Because I was like, it was such a crazy time. I was just like, I need to not be here right now. So that's how that came about.
Yeah.
But once I got there, I was like, I found a job and stuff, and then, like I said, I was just doing like freelance work or like selling my music at the time to make it through.
Yeah. So I do want to talk about the importance of like changing your environment though, because that was probably just like something that forced you to, you know, not only like grow up a little bit faster because you were by yourself pretty much, you know what I mean? Didn't have family around, having to make new friends, having to make new like scene, you know, if you wanted to make music in that scene, like Portland is a whole nother thing, you know what I mean? So, because there's obviously like no like crossover from Vegas to Portland, like you have to start from zero. So what was that process like? Like, did it happen fast?
I would say like the hardest part is not having my family around, like, because I had pretty much been on my own since I was 15, like,
right.
And I've already been like figuring shit out since forever. So like it didn't seem that crazy to me, you know, to go and try and do that, because it was like things were already so hectic and like unpredictable already. It's like it's not that new, you know. And at that time, everything was still pretty much like closed off, you know, so I didn't really see anybody. So it was like I was more just taking in like the nature of it, and like because I'm from Vegas, so it's like there's no seasons really. It's just
desert.
Yeah. So I wanted to be somewhere where the seasons changed because I felt like I was missing this theme. And I feel like the trees, this sounds so stupid, but like the trees actually like healed me, like in a way. Like once I got there and I felt like so connected to like nature, and felt really connected to myself because I had to, because I was just pure survival mode.
Yeah.
And it was very empowering in a way, just having to figure it out on my own or whatever. But it is hard being without my family, and I still go back there and see them like every like 6 months. So
Yeah. But that's I feel like sometimes if you don't like leave your hometown,
I think everybody should.
I think so
at least
too.
once. Like
for
just
sure.
travel. Like
Yeah.
please don't stay in one spot forever. Like
Yeah.
there's so much stuff to see. And if I didn't leave, I wouldn't have realized how much I actually love Vegas and how much like it means to me. Because Portland pisses me off. So
Well, we can wrap up on Portland.
that's all I'm gonna say.
But yeah, I do feel like that's just leaving your hometown and making things happen is something that like
Definitely.
I encourage people to do in their early 20s. Because you just like, I mean, I did it, 20 years old, moved out to Phoenix.
Yeah, you did the same thing.
Now here we are 11 years later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes you find a spot and you just love it. So do it. Move out.
Leave.
Yes.
Go.
Go.
Travel. Book a flight.
Yes, exactly.
Get to Lulu with it.
It's not that expensive, guys. Don't make it more than it is.
Period.
All right. So let's see. You're doing great.
Okay.
This is awesome. How do you feel?
I feel fine.
This is cool. So did you go right into writing songs when you got into Portland? Like were you kind of like in a hiatus of writing because you were just trying to get your life together out there?
Well, I was actually writing a lot during the pandemic. And then I never stopped writing.
Right.
But a couple years after I got there and just kind of got into the swing of things, I started to get like blocked creatively, and I was like not really playing shows. I like didn't really know anybody in the music scene until I met my producer, Spit the Kid, who was like my first music friend or whatever. Because I was like I said, I developed like really bad social anxiety during the pandemic, and then so like when I was on my own, and I was like, oh, I have to go out and socialize to meet people.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not all people I already know. That sucks. And then so I had to kind of just like be brave about it and like put myself out there. But I just went to a local show from somebody I just followed. I was like, whatever, I'm getting myself out of the house. Ended up meeting my producer, Spit the Kid, at that show. And then we ended up working on a song together and stuff like that. And I had mentioned that I had an album that I'd been working on that I had to keep restarting. And he was like, oh, I'll help you make it. It's like, okay, let's do it. And then, yeah, we just fucking did it. But that was like probably the hardest part, was like putting myself out there to like actually meet new musicians and friends. Now I actually am like, feel like I'm actually in the scene. Like I play bass for my friend's band and I have my own band now. So
yeah,
definitely a process, but
for sure. But that's so important to actually like take that step and like put yourself out there, because it's like, it's funny that like the first show you go to, you meet your people.
Exactly.
It's just like, oh well, look, that's all it took. All it took was
Seriously,
one. You could have just been at home this whole time. But yeah, that's so important. So it's like, I mean, that's just another thing. That's kind of in the same vein of like moving out when you're young. Like fucking go out, meet people, do things if you want to like be somewhere. You know what I mean? So I think that's, I don't know, something that you've always done though is you just kind of go for something if you want it. And I think that's like a pillar of your life like ever since you started, at a young age doing this like music stuff. It's like if you wanted something, you just like did it. So that's very inspirational for sure. Yes, absolutely. It's just another example of that, moving out to Portland, especially Portland. It's crazy.
No more fake, okay?
But I won't say the word Portland again.
Don't bring her up around me.
Don't bring her up again. All right. So we had talked about this, and I feel like this is another important thing. And writing songs or experiencing life is necessary for writing songs.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want you to like kind of speak on like that, because it's like sometimes like you feel like you need to be writing all the time, da 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 da. But if it's like if it feels like a job, then it's like you're not really ever experiencing life. And you were talking about how like Lauryn Hill said something about like what was she saying? That she was like, you have to take the breaks, because then if you're like not taking the breaks, then you're like writing the music.
Yeah, she's like, I can't write about my life if I'm not experiencing my life.
Right.
Like, what the fuck am I supposed to write about at this point? Going, like, singing on the stage? Like, no one can really relate to that, you know?
Yeah.
So I definitely felt that, because what felt like writer's block was just like, girl, no, you just like literally made your whole identity about music, and now you're like understanding that you're a complex person, and that's okay. And there's a level of honesty that comes with songwriting that's really like inward facing, that you kind of like is another thing you have to be brave about. Like, you can't, if you're trying to write it from like a commercialized place or whatever, it's like, you know, you can feel that when you hear it. But if it's like an honest thing, it just kind of happens naturally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So there's a period where I feel like I was not willing to be honest with myself, or like really look at why I was feeling blocked, instead of I was just like, oh my God, like I can't write. I guess I just should stop. Like, instead of like leaning into it and trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Taking that time.
But yeah, I've experienced a lot of life, and I feel like I feel that creativity coming back to me and stuff.
Good.
Like, I just had to acknowledge it. You know, we can't just.
For sure. It's important though. And it's like this whole time that you've been in this like writer's block, you've just been experiencing life.
Literally. Now I have so much more to write about. I just got to hone in on something.
I love it. No, when you come up with something, I'm sure it's going to be great too, because it's going to like, it's going to come from a place of like passion and heart, and you're going to be like excited about it again. So that's the best. So there's you recently released a song. Well, not super recently, but Introspective was your last release. And I wrote down some lyrics that I want to read.
Okay.
Says, have you looked around? Have you seen the destruction? Have you looked inward? Have you tried being introspective? And I feel like that talks about, you know, big things. And I just want to talk about like the importance of speaking out on important topics, and, you know, being a voice for the people without a voice.
Yeah. That's the first thing I put out since I've been working on my record, and it just kind of all came together at once. I don't even actually remember writing it. It was just like in a fit of rage, and I was just like in the studio and just like scribbling stuff, and I was just like, I was really tired of people telling me that I'm being depressing, or like I'm being too this or too that. And because I feel like, as someone who has big feelings and hyper feelings, like I feel like I'm just taking in what I see, you know, and reflecting it back. And I feel like that's what makes people uncomfortable. So I feel like the idea of like my songs being so depressing, or like me being so negative and stuff like that, it's like, this is the world we're living in, bro. Like, I didn't make it this way. Like, I'm just speaking on it. And like all the shit that's going on in the world now is like, I didn't feel comfortable like making shit about me. You know what I mean? Like, because my music started out as like an outlet for me and my feelings, as like therapy. You know what I mean? But when I realized the impact that it has, you know what I mean? Like, that's a responsibility. It's not about me, basically. And like, I'm just a vessel, bro. I'm just a vocal cords.
Yeah,
you know, kind of thing. And there are a lot of people who don't have that platform, or who don't have people who are listening to them, you know? And like I said, it's a responsibility. So I didn't feel comfortable putting out something that didn't at least mention it.
Yeah, but I feel like it's it kind of, because you mentioned like in the song, you like talk about like people asking you these dumb questions, and just like, and that's kind of what you're talking about. And then it's like, have you like ever looked inside and being like introspective?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's, you know, something. It's again, just talking about like big things in like a kind of general way. We are not even necessarily saying specific things happening, but it's just like everything going on.
Yeah. And everybody feels it. And there's some people who are willing to feel it, and some people who are not willing to.
Yeah, or acknowledge it.
Yeah. And the people who are willing to feel it are always going to be the scapegoat, because like no one wants to face it, you know, because it's hard.
For sure. Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's like important to have people, talking on certain things, especially if they're passionate about them.
For sure.
Because it's one thing to like do it because you feel like you have to say this. It's like, oh, it's like a trend to like be supportive of whatever the fuck, you know what I
Right.
mean? Because I've seen that as
Yeah.
well.
Sure.
But for people to actually like talk about things that are happening in the world and shed light on things,
Mhm.
because a lot of shit gets buried as well. So yeah, I just needed to bring that up because I feel like that's something that like over the last like year you've been
Yeah.
really like passionate about is like world things.
Yeah. Well, it's also just like I said, I feel like a lot of my music was more like interpersonal and about like my kind of own feelings, and I just like, again, it just felt very dishonest. Like, I'm not sad all the time.
Mhm.
Sometimes I'm fucking angry. Sometimes I'm happy. Sometimes I'm joyful. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I'm very complex. And it's not that in the last year I've gotten more passionate about world issues. I feel like I've always been, like you said, very open, very transparent.
Mhm.
Like I just say what I'm thinking. And so it's not that I've gotten any more passionate or whatever. I just don't feel as scared to like say my piece or take up space like
Mhm.
by saying it.
Yeah. Well, I think it's important. So for sure, you're doing the Lord's work. So
We love Lord. We love her. Her last album was a slay. Yes, I'm Lord Helper.
So the next era of your music is your
Yes.
album, Sad Songs for Every Day of the Week.
Mm-hmm.
ssfeow.
O-W. Yeah.
There's like there's a letter missing in there somewhere of the week. Of week.
No, that was correct. You don't have to, when you abbreviate things, you don't have to include the.
Oh, word. Shit. My bad. ssfeow.
No.
So I just want to talk about that era of music and
Yes.
that album because it's like
It's like the
almost
past,
done.
the present, the future. It's
Yeah.
everything right now.
You have a song on there from like 2000 fucking, I don't even know, long time ago. Long time ago.
Yes, I do.
And
Yes, I do.
I'm not gonna name the name just for no spoilers, but you've been working.
You can say it.
Syndrome. You've been working on Syndrome for like 10 years, dog. When are you gonna put that song out?
That's so funny because like the single actually like Mess, that was like the newest one, and like that was the one I put out, but like all the other songs on the album are so old. Like they're from when I was like 18. They're
Yeah.
from like literally the year 2017. Like
Yeah.
that's when I started writing the record, and then I finished it in 2019.
Yeah.
So the record should have been out in 2020.
Yeah.
But we all saw what happened there, and had to keep restarting it. So that's how the songs aged. And people are just like, when's the album coming out? And I'm like, I don't know. Here's a single about world issues, like randomly. And everyone's just like, okay, girl, whatever. But like, I promise you, it's coming. Like I said, my friend and I, we finished recording it in 2023, and then it's being mixed by my friend back in Vegas, and it's
Sick.
still in the process. I just am awaiting the final version.
Cool.
And then I already have like everything ready for like the release pretty much because I've been sitting on it for a while. So it's like lots of time to prepare. It would be kind of silly if I had nothing ready at this point, but everything's ready to go. So I can confirm it will be out in 2026, and I'm really, really excited for everyone to hear them because like if you come to live shows, like you've heard Syndrome for the past 8 years, but
Yeah.
like recorded, it's not there yet.
Yeah. But it feels good to probably hear all these songs like at their almost final stages and just like, oh my God, finally.
Yeah.
Like I can put these songs to rest in a way.
Literally.
move on.
Literally.
Yeah, we were talking about this, how it's like a comedian set or like a musician's album. It's like when you finish that like era of songs, it's just like
Yes.
you need to like put a bow on it
Right.
so you can
We're
move
done
the
with
fuck
that.
on.
Yes, we're all done with that. Thank
Yeah.
God.
So I mean, outside of the SSF EOW, Have you written any songs that are like not included on the album that you are gonna basically like 1-2 punch type shit? Like right after the album drops, just like keep it up with like some more stuff or no?
No. I'm gonna write another. I'm already working on another album. So
You're already working on another album?
I already started writing for like another.
Well, yeah,
album
that's what I'm asking.
To start after that.
Oh, so you haven't even made a song on that next album or whatever yet? Have you made you haven't made any other songs? Okay. Nice.
No, like there's like a few like there's demos and stuff right now, but I'm actually trying to, because I just got my like live band formed and stuff, so I want them to be part of the writing process and in the studio with me to actually do it that way.
A lot more fun.
So yes, that's also in process.
So that's kind of like the writing process now. Instead of just like you hold up in your room by yourself, you want to like do it with your people. Yeah.
No, that's how I prefer to do it.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about that earlier. It's like collaboration. You said like that's one of your favorite ways to write. Yeah. It's straight up collaboration rather than just like, hey, just play this or do this or like like being the full on like director of everything. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of pressure, and also it's like kind of way too much.
You're so limited by like your own knowledge. You know, it's like other people know stuff you don't know. Other people have ideas like you don't have. Like they're gonna come up with something that's gonna help you come up with something that you wouldn't have come up with if you were just sitting by yourself. You know, so that's what I love about it.
For sure, I feel like that's with all creative arts, but especially music. I feel like that's when you're in a room with people who like know how to play music and know their shit.
Hell yeah,
it's like
it's the best.
Bliss.
It's the best.
Yeah, and it happens so fast too. There's like a lot of sessions that I've been in where like the best songs I've ever written are just like
literally
45 minutes.
Bing, bang, boom.
Yeah. But that's how you know it's fire. Because you're just like, oh my God, we gotta keep going. Just like putting gasoline on it, keep fire. Just keep it going.
It's
keep
like
it going.
SpongeBob running around in the brain with all the files
everywhere.
We
gotta find the name. We threw out the name. Oh, so you already have the album coming out in 2026. Are there any other goals that you have for this coming year? Birthday's coming up. That's exciting.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I don't really plan things ahead of time. I know I'm very professional. You love to see it. I
don't really know what I'm gonna do.
Nope, haven't thought about it. No, I have like music videos and stuff I want to put out for the record as well, and so got to work on those. That's gonna take some time.
Yeah.
I want to play a lot more live shows. Definitely want to travel more. I want to write more. I want to do more collabs with women. Tired of working with men, low-key.
Nice.
Can I say that?
Yeah. What do you mean? Speak your truth.
Man. Dude, I don't know why I even asked. You're right. But yeah, those are my goals.
That's awesome. And then one more goal. You might be moving back to Vegas this year. Is that right? A little birdie told
maybe
me.
Not this year. Definitely soon, though. I'll probably be back because I can't take it. Man. I need to be in the sun. I need vitamin D, girl.
Yeah, Portland is fucking cloudy.
It's fucking gray and cold. But I love the trees. I don't want to leave the trees, you see. Also, it's like, I don't think the state of Oregon is going to give me a $10,000 check. So the move is not going to be as smooth and easy as it was before. Yes, you know, that's going to take some planning, which, as I said, is hard for me.
But you'll get there eventually. I feel like that's where your heart is.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
Yeah, especially like being able to see your nephew grow up and like just kind of be around the family and all that is super important. So that's just like things that like time you don't get back. You know what I'm saying? Especially as parents get older, things happen. You know what I'm saying? You want to be there for those moments.
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, this has flowed and been really good.
Oh, cool.
How do you feel about it?
I feel great. Feel very normal.
Yeah, I feel very normal. Yeah, I think let me just make sure I didn't skip over anything. No, I think we fucking nailed it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, Great app. Thank you for spending time with
Yeah.
me here. This is so
Sure.
awesome. Can't wait to have you back in Phoenix.
Mhm.
I'm sure it will be sooner than later.
Mhm.
Well, Mesa Music Festival, if not sooner than that, for sure.
Yes.
So
That's another goal.
yeah, for sure. Oh yes, plan that though, for sure.
Okay.
Don't drop the ball on that.
All right, fine.
But yes, my fellow Martians, you got to go follow Drowsy. It's at Drowsy_babe on Instagram. Keep up with her. She's got a lot of new stuff coming out this year. Listen to her old music. Keep that shit rolling. But follow at On Mars Pod. And we'll see you next time on Mars. Love you. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in and watching this episode of the On Mars Pod and for sticking around to the end, man. I really appreciate you guys. You are the real Martians. Like this video, comment below what your favorite part was, what was most inspiring to you. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications here on future interviews coming out soon. And also follow us on Instagram at On Mars Pod. Love you guys so much. We will see you next time on Mars.
Hey.
So did you just write all the time just because you had big feelings, or what was going on at that time?
Okay.
Hey.
All right.
I'm just being real.
Yes, I do have a lot of big feelings. Okay. Part of my charm.